Hi friends, my name is Siddhant Kumar and I am going to tell you about process synchronization. Let's discuss process synchronization from operating system. As we know that it is one of the most conceptual topic from operating system. So let me discuss the entire topic in a systematic fashion step by step. Let's try to understand what is process synchronization. Now, before I am going to deep first of all, we understand what actually process synchronization is. Yeah, before actually understanding process synchronization, why we require process synchronization. You see, in our operating system, we study multi-programming operating system. What does it mean? At any instant of time, we can have more than one process is present in a main memory. This process is actually for example, this process is actually have some resources, for example, R1, R2, and these resources are shared. You see, because operating system is like a resource manager, and these are share resources, but it doesn't mean that if a resource is shared, then it can work in a shareable mode. Now, what does it mean? For example, a printer, you see, now a printer, of course, it is a shared resource, because different process can use printer at different instance of time. The answer is no. It means what? Printer is a shareable resources, but it must be in use in a non-shareable fashion, or you can say in a mutual exclusion fashion. What is the problem actually? When any resource is working in a mutual exclusive fashion, then if more than one process try to access it, then there is a problem of inconsistency. If I explain in simple language, you see, you take an example of a train. Now, train is a shareable resource, or actually a shared resource, but it is not a shareable or mutual. It works in a mutual exclusion fashion. It means resource is for everyone. Like every citizen has equal right in on a train, but everybody cannot use a same train at a same time. So what we'll have to do, we must have to a policy or a ordering scheme which will decide that any instant of time which process will use the resource, so that everybody or every process can use the entire resource in a systematic fashion. Now, types of process on the basis of synchronization, actually the process are categorized into two types. First, independent process, and second one is cooperative for process. Firstly, we discuss about independent process. So here, the names itself is indicating that it is showing that independent means there is no dependency between one or other process. Suppose if you having one or more process, so there is no relationship between one process or another process. Each process is independent, whereas corporative process means one process is dependent upon the other process, and there is a mutual exclusion understanding between the two process. That is called corporative process. And here the differences between independent process and corporative process, like execution of one process does not affect the execution of other, and execution of one process affect the execution of other process. Critical section. Now let me explain the critical section problem. Critical section means actually it is nothing but it is a code segment. This code that can be accessed by only one process at a time. So only one process can execute that critical section at a time. It contains shared variables we synchronize to maintain consistent of data variables. A solution of critical section problem, first is mutual exclusion, second progress, and third one is a bounding wetting. Now discuss a race condition. A race condition is an undesirable situation. It occurs when the final result of a concurrent forces depend on the sequence in which the process complete their execution. A problem without synchronization, like inconsistency, loss of data, and third one is a deadlock. Now thanks for watching. Have a good day.